toe taps. So this is a really simple drill, sometimes hard for us to do. What we're going to work here is the dorsiflexion and the plantar, or the anticipation of our foot. So a couple things that we're looking for in this is, I just need a box or something to sit on, a chair. I can do this anywhere. And usually I'm going to do it with my shoe, but sometimes it's good to do without my shoe because you can see what's happening with your foot in and out of your shoe. So later on in other videos we'll talk about more of the intrinsic footwork that's going on. And as I pull my toe up, my toes are working. As I point down, I'm gripping the ground, and that helps me kind of put force into the ground and be balanced and be stable. So we'll get more into that, but I want you to understand that your foot inside your shoe during this is not just in one plane. It is working along with your ankle. So in this, we have to have ankle mobility, so that means dorsiflexion and the ability of plantar flexion. And we're also working our neurological pathways. So we're thinking about our brain is starting to send signals to tell our muscles down there to fire and recruit and be fast up and down. This is important because when we run, as we leave the ground on our recovery leg, our toe is going to pull up into that dorsiflexion. As we drive, it stays there, and then we anticipate the ground. We're coming into a neutral position, and we're going to put our force into the ground, minimizing that heel collapse and trying to stay on that toe. So a lot of people may say dorsiflexion the whole way. Well, that's pretty impossible to really get your force efficiently in and out of the ground. So we got to work on pulling up and then anticipating and working the foot movement there. So keeping it as simple as possible. Last thing you're really going to focus on is keeping your toe forward, not externally rotating, and then you're just going to lift slightly up with your knee. Your knee's not moving on this. This isn't where the force is coming from. It's coming from your ankle, and we're just going to land slightly in front of the other foot. So not behind it, not way out in front of it, just slightly in front of the other foot, and you're listening for that pop, 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 and you're doing as fast as you can, but then making in and out, getting that force in and out of the ground as fast as you can too, making that noise. So trying to get putting that toe forward, in and out of my shoe. I can feel my foot going, what it's doing, pulling up, pulling down, gripping the floor. And then that's as simple as this drill is. A lot of times I'll do 40, 50 in a row. You're going to start to fatigue here in that anterior tibialis, but you got to have, like I said before, the ankle mobility and even hip strength to keep your foot pointed forward, because remember, we don't want to be externally rotated. We want to be efficient in and out of the ground, and that means if we're running straight, our toes pointed forward. So this drill, great to do if you're working in and out. Let's say you're taking a break from sprinting or doing interval sprints or something. You can just work a simple drill, no equipment needed. You can even do this standing, but I like to do it sitting, just focusing on the lower half of our leg.